a.m. in Miami. All of them killers hunting. Better watch where you stepping.
Never mind. You know who the fuck it is, or if you don't know who the fuck it is, you need to know who the fuck it is, because I'm somebody you need to know. Woo! What the fuck is good, everybody? What's up? It's your girl, Top Notch Tyra, aka Tyra Corinne, aka Corinne Chronicles. Welcome to my motherfucking YouTube channel. As you can read in the title below, today I'm going to be doing a story time about the very first time I got drunk. Bitch, it's embarrassing. So, if you want to hear about my embarrassing ass ho-tivities, continue to watch this video. And don't forget to like this video as well as subscribe to my channel. And yeah, stay tuned, baby. I'm a thirsty hoe. Okay, so as I said before, I'm going to be doing a story time about the very first time I got drunk. So where do I start with? So basically, back in the day, about my middle school, the time frame was about middle school. I want to say end of middle school, about 8th grade, about to be 9th grade. It was around the summer, and I had left my mama's house, and I was in the streets. Just a disclaimer so y'all know, if y'all ever want to hear more story times, and if there ever are more story times, you need to know that I was a ratchet, hood rat, in the streets, thought ass bitch. That's what a lot of these stories will be about, because those were, even though those were the worst, like not the worst, they were like the most, I don't know what to call it, because they weren't terrible moments. Looking back, I was like, it was bad, but it wasn't bad. You know what I mean? Like, they were the most memorable moments though. And I'm giving you a quick disclaimer because a lot of my story times will be around this time frame. Yeah, so I was about middle school. I used to hang out with this girl, and we're gonna call her China. So me and China were like best friends. Like, we would be around each other 24/7, all day, every motherfucking day. She was at my house, but when I left my mother's house, me and China, because China low-key left her mother's house too. We both left and we started staying at this girl's house. And the girl, we're gonna call her mom, because we called her mom. She was a little bit older than us, about 5 years older than us. And she had her own apartment, and she had a daughter, and she used to date this guy, and we're gonna call him Ching. So she used to date Ching. Mom used to date Ching, and then me, China, we're best friends. And so we were mom's daughters, right? And it's a little confusing, bear with me. And so then there was two other girls that we were really close with too. And one of them, we're gonna call her Peaches, and the other one we're gonna call Cuba. So Peaches and Cuba, they were really close, and me and China, we were really close, and together we all became mom's daughters. And we all lived with mom, and we were young, and mom also, so it was mom, and then her 4 daughters, and then her boyfriend, which was Ching, and Ching had a group of cousins and brothers who stayed with us as well. And we're all around the same age. Even Ching was around our age, but mom, she liked him a little young. We ain't gonna say no names, but she liked him a little young. She was a little cougar, you heard? Girl. But anyways, so we all stayed at this apartment. It was a 1-bedroom apartment. Goodness. And we all would just stay there, party, ratchet it up, drink. But mom did take care of us. Mom would buy food for us, like give us her card, like, yeah, go get whatever snacks you guys want to get, do what you want. We would get matching outfits. Like, we were all really close. And so we were even close with the boys, but in a different way, because we was you know, we was little thoughts, and we had little crushes on the different boys that stayed in the house, because Ching's cousins, there was like 3 of them that were his cousins, and then 1 of them was his brother, and then another cousin. So it was a lot of the boys, and we all used to just chill at the house and hang out. And so one particular night, mom had got paid. I think she had got paid, and so mom was like, we're gonna drink tonight, so we decided we were gonna drink, and we decided we were gonna play King's Cup. I think it was King's Cup, but it was a drinking card game. And so they went to the liquor store. They started getting the liquor. It's the morning. We're like, yes, we ready to turn up, right? We young, we hot, we ready, we live, baby. Or we thought we was live. So then They go to the liquor store, they get the liquor, they come home, and so we're all, sorry, I gotta fix myself. So they get the liquor, we ready, we like, yes, it's time to get lit. The boys is excited, we excited, and we're gonna call the boys the Palm Tree Boys. And like I said, Ching, which is mom's boyfriend, he was one of the Palm Tree Boys. Their whole family was Palm Tree Boys, and then it was just the 4 daughters and mom. And so we were super excited. We start drinking, and we get 4 Locos. Anybody who has had a 4 Loco knows them shits fuck you up. Like, them shits is the devil. Like, real talk. So I've never really drank 4 Locos ever since this night. And so this is my first night drinking. We get the 4 Locos. There's a couple 4 Locos. We all have 4 Locos. And then we also got like some type of cheap vodka. And I don't know exactly what kind of vodka it was, but I want to say it was Smirnoff or Amsterdam because it was like a flavored vodka. And so then I remember we started the card game off, and honestly, this is where the clarity starts to dissolve. Like, not everything was clear after we started to play the game. So we're playing, and I'm chugging the 4 Loco, and then we're doing the shots within the game, and I'm losing, but I'm not giving a fuck because I'm having a good time, right? So I'm throwing them hoes back like I'm a motherfucker. Like, I swear, I thought that I was like, I don't know who I thought I was. Like, I know I got Indian in me, but still, like, I shouldn't have been doing all that. So I was throwing them hoes back, throwing them back like the strippers make that ass clap. I was throwing them back, you heard? So then, next thing you know, I'm like drunk as fuck. And so some of these parts of the story, I don't specifically remember clearly. I remember very vaguely. And my friend China is the one that had to later tell me like what the fuck really went down. So I put the story together with her words as well as with my blurred vision. My blurred memory, I mean. Blurred vision. But anyways, so then we was in the house, and the next thing I remember in the hallway, because we lived in like an apartment complex, and I'm in the hallway of the apartment complex, and I remember falling all over everybody's door, like falling, like can't stand up at all. And mind you that China, my best friend at the time, is really, really small. She's really thin, and I've always been way thicker, like way bigger than China. And so I'm falling, and she can't hold me up. So she's like, Tyra, she's getting frustrated with me. Tyra, like, and I'm so drunk, I'm not even comprehending. So I remember I fell on this old guy's door, and the old guy opened the door, and he had a shotgun. So then I think he was like a Trump. He, like, if it was this day and age, he's probably the person that voted for Trump. One of the people that voted for Trump, because he was like real hillbilly, real white, and he had his shotgun. He was like, you guys need to get the fuck away from my door. So we're like, I'm drunk, so I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your door. Like, I'm thinking I'm hard, I'm thinking I'm cute. Little did I know I looked a hot damn mess. So then, he does that. He ends up going to the house. People are calling the police. Everybody bails on me. Everybody's like, fuck that bitch. She can't handle her liquor, fuck her. So everybody did me so wrong. They left me. Even China was like, fuck that. She left. She went in the house. And so then for some reason I ended up with Cuba. And remember, Cuba was one of my other sisters, right? So I ended up with Cuba. And I don't think that Peaches was even there this night. She probably went home with her mother this night, her real mother. So then China went inside. The boys, they're walking around, they're laughing. Ah, look at her. They clowning, you know. They really didn't fuck with me like that. So they was, any chance they got to clown me, they probably would clown me. So then they was clowning me the whole time. And so then, I remember walking, and I seen one of them, and we're gonna call him Lips. So I had this big crush on Lips, and I kept saying hella inappropriate shit to Lips, and then I'm saying inappropriate shit to Lips' brother, and they laughing at me, and they running from me, and I'm so drunk, I'm not even getting what the fuck is going on, right? So then, all this is going on, and then they like, nah, she can't come back in the house. Like, no. Everybody goes in the house, and they leave me out. And thank God for Cuba. If you see this, you know who you is, baby. You a lifesaver. So Cuba, who is a year younger than me, and I think I was 14 or 15 at the time. So Cuba was about 14 or 13 at the time. And so Cuba, she walks with me, and she walks me across the street, and we don't even know where we're going because we got kicked out of where we're staying. And we're pretty far from where we both stay. And we're definitely far from where I had stayed, where my biological mother had stayed. So she walks me across the street, and I remember walking across the street, I'm stumbling, and Cuba, she was about the same size as me, and she a little bit thicker, but she's trying to hold me up. I'm falling all on the main street. Thank God it was the middle of the night and there was no traffic, because baby, I would have been fucking, you're dead. So then Cuba walks me across the street. We end up at across the street, and there's kind of like a little parking lot and a park across the street. So we sit on the curb, and I remember telling Cuba, I have to pee so bad, I have to pee. I kept saying that, like I remember. And if you're wondering why I keep doing this, like this impersonation of myself, it's because that's really how I sound when I'm drunk. Like dead ass. Like, oh my gosh, I have to pee. I sound like Kevin Hart. You know how Kevin Hart does that little whiny voice? Like if you ever watch his stand-up shows, oh my god, no. That's how I sound drunk. Disgusting. And so we sitting on the curb and nobody's fucking with us. And Cuba, she didn't know what the fuck to do with me. We're sitting on this curb, and the next thing you know, boop boop, here come the motherfucking police. And mind you, I'm 15 or 14. She's 14 or 13. And so we're sitting on the curb, they pull up, they're like, where are your parents? And I'm like, not even giving a fuck that it's the police, right? I'm sitting there looking stupid. And so Cuba's talking to them, and she's like, no, we're good, we're just waiting for our ride, like we're okay. So then they ask us our names, and we give them our names. And so I didn't really remember this part, but Cuba was telling me, Tyra, you were yelling at the officer. You were telling him, he asked you your name, and you said, Tyra Corinne Boston. Like, I said my whole name to this man, and she said I was just so ratchet. She was like, I don't know why he didn't take you to jail. So then they asked to get a hold of our guardians. I told them I didn't live with my mother. And so then eventually Cuba, she was blowing up the house like, mom, like the lady that we call mom. She's like, mom, send somebody, please. Mom, she really not fucking with me. So she's like, I'm not going. So mom sends her mom, and we're going to call her mom Mumu. So Mumu pulls up, and she's with her friend Flower. So Mumu and Flower pull up. And Mumu's like, okay, officer, like she's with me. She's playing all sweet with the officer. As soon as the officer pull up, she like, and I told mom not to be claiming these little ratchet bitches and blah, 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 blah. She's going in, she's mad, right? And so I'm not even focused on what she's saying. I'm so drunk that I'm still focused on peeing. So we get in the back of the car, and Flower's driving. Mumu's in the passenger seat, and it's me and Cuba in the back seat. So they driving me home, because they like, she can't go back to mom's house. She too fucked up. She got to get the fuck up out of here, right? So then we driving, and I just remember, it just started feeling a little warm. It started feeling a little warm, right? I pissed my motherfucking self. We need a moment of silence for my dumb ass. How fucking embarrassing. Like, I'm so, hold on. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I pissed myself. They pull into the parking lot, even more mad, like, we gotta get this bitch out of our car. I told her about claiming these ratchet bitches. We gotta get her home. And then Flower, the driver, she gonna have to pay for this. Her mama gonna have to pay for this. Somebody gonna have to pay for this to get my feet shampoo, because they just nasty. so she's like, this is nasty. Little girl, you is nasty. We taking you home. She mad. So still not comprehensive. I'm not getting it. I just put something down. I think I had put like my little jacket down. I sat on it. We went home. They drove me home. And so they told my mom the whole situation. I got into it with my mom. I went to sleep, right? And I woke up the next morning, and I thought, damn, what happened? I didn't remember shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened? So I'm not knowing what the fuck happened. And so then eventually everybody's texting my phone, going off, or telling me what happened. My mother told me what happened, and I kind of start to remember bits and pieces, and I was just so mortified. I was so mortified. I didn't leave the house, my biological mother's house, for like months, and I didn't want to have any contact with any of the palm tree boys. I stopped talking to China because I was a little upset she didn't have my back, and I think she was, I don't know what she had going on. And then like I eventually started hanging out with Cuba and Peaches again. And so I would go over to Peach's house with Cuba eventually, like a month later, because I was just so fucking embarrassed. And then I remember one of the palm tree boys, their dad, he was starting a candy selling business. So they're like, oh, we need to get some money. Mind you, we're young, we can't get jobs. So they're like, we need to get some money, so let's go sell candy with one of the palm tree boys' dads. So we're like, I'm hesitant. And my heart beating so fast because I know everybody's clowning me. I know everybody got something to say. So I was emotional. I was like, I don't want to go. But then I ended up going, right? Right when I walk in the motherfucking car, somebody said, hey, look at Piss Pop. Ah! They cracking up. And I'm sitting there like, poor me. Oh, I feel so bad for me. Cause me nowadays, I would've been like, nah, fuck you. You bitches knew what the fuck y'all was doing. Y'all was getting me fucked up, and then y'all clowned me and left me to die in the motherfucking streets. But you know, back then I was a little timid. I wasn't timid, but like I didn't really say much. Cause I mean I was embarrassed, and I just wanted the situation to die down already. And so it didn't die down for a long time. And honestly, I can honestly say it really hasn't died down. I'm a grown-ass woman. Well, I'm a grown-ass young adult. And if I see the palm tree boys and it gets mentioned, them niggas is still like, ah! Like they think it's the most hilarious thing in the world. And that's why I really don't even, when I walk by them, I just put my head down and keep walking, might say a quick hi. But for the most part, I leave the past in the past. Oh shit, I need that. But that is the very, very first time I got drunk. If you guys are interested in more story times, more ratchet activity, more crazy ass stories, more host stories, just comment down below. Let me know. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this, and fuck with me the long way, because I'm gonna fuck with you the long way. If you fuck with me the strong way, I'm gonna fuck with you the long way. Put it in the pot, let it stick in the girl, I don't know what I'm talking about.
3 a.m. in Miami, all of them killers hunting. Better watch where you stepping.